Hello, Cornerstone. Great to have this opportunity to talk again. Again, we've had a great weekend. Teams out on the streets doing outreach, meetings packed full of the presence of God. Wonderful ministry taking place. Saw some photos of Klopper Park, children's ministry, with all the correct social distancing and protocols in place, but happening. Kids being ministered to. And this coming Sunday at Bedford View, we begin children's ministry again. So a reminder, please go online, check our website out, and you can see the various meetings across the city. In all sites, there are live meetings. Some sites, there's multiple meetings, but the main thing is we're getting together again. The guys from Uptown said, great opportunity to get together. They almost maxed out the number they allowed in that venue. But it is great to see this happening. And so I want to take a little bit of a time, as Paul often did when he wrote to the churches and communicated to them. He would often say, I want to remind you of some of the things that are important. And I do believe, in a family sense, it is important for us as the eldership of this church to keep reminding us of some of the things that are current and some of the things we need to take note of. And the first thing is about getting together. Last week I read the scripture from Hebrews about how important it is for us not to forsake the gathering together. Now I know, for many of us, this is a little daunting, and there could be preconditions, there could be all kinds of, battles within, fear or whatever it is. I just want to encourage us to make an effort to address these issues, to chat to us as elders if we need to talk to you, so that we can get back to meeting again. As I said, the meetings have just exploded with the wonderful privilege of getting together, the connection, the fellowship. We need it as human beings. We really do. So here's the guarantee, is we'll follow the right protocols. Come with your masks, come prepared to kind of sign in and so on, and even pre-book if necessary. But let's make an effort to do that. Of course, if on the other end of the spectrum, you've slipped into some kind of nice, wonderful, relaxed way of life, I just want to challenge you. It is good to come together. It is good to worship together. So there's our first reminder. The second reminder is this reset of COVID-19 has resulted in the reevaluation of what is important to us as believers. We've realized we can't build on, like a big Sunday moment. We can't build in the way that perhaps we thought was important about buildings and so on. Gathering together is important. We've just said it. But what has happened, I feel the reset has made us understand that two issues are vital. The first one is our relationship with Christ shouldn't depend on anything else except our relationship with Christ. Through reading the Word, through prayer, we should grow. And then, of course, as we connect with others. The second thing that God has re-emphasized during this lockdown time is the issue of mission. It's important. Mission cannot kind of be limited to what's convenient, as in the past, and we could fly all over the place. No, we've got to look for ways to make mission work. And if we were to evaluate it like with our relationship, it's all about my heart before God. Mission is all about what flows from my life, the intention to want to make a difference in other people's lives. So in this regard, what is God saying to us? What is He saying? What are the doors He's opening? What is the challenges He's making? And I do feel like some of the lethargy, some of the disinterest, some of the lack of focus has been addressed. And with fresh eyes now, as the Spirit of God is leading us, we're looking at the season that we're in, and we're saying, how can we be more missional? How can we make a difference? So we as an eldership are busy praying through this, asking God the question of, what are you saying to us? You see, it's not just a matter of copying somebody else. Let's do what the church down the road is doing. Let's follow another movement and just do what they're doing. Yeah, generally speaking, the call is to mission, but what is God saying to us as Cornerstone? So we're working through that as an eldership, but I want you to evaluate it for yourself. What is He saying to you? Because right now we're handling the series, The Gospel of the Kingdom. And in it, we're talking about proclaim. In other words, loudly declare there is a new king. That's the gospel message. And He saves us. He gives us purpose. He gives us meaning and value and so on. That's the restoration process. But now, what is God saying to you? I feel it's important to go to prayer and to pick up a couple of things. You know, God is saying to me that I need to start praying for people. God is saying to me, that secretary or that boss or that fellow employee, I need to speak to them. I need to work out a strategy to chat to them. Or God may be saying to you, learn the gospel, understand the scriptures. But there's a challenge that I feel comes in this area of mission so that we're prepared and we're busy. We're not suffering from guilt, condemnation of that, but we're flowing with the Spirit. And then thirdly, by way of reminder, so we've had the thing of it's important to meet together. It's important to say, what is God doing in this season? What is He saying to us? And then thirdly, for me, it's the importance of giving. We started out the COVID-19 lockdown time with extraordinary responses to the situation at hand. And that was, hundreds of thousands of rand for the COVID fund. We were able to help many, many families sustain, their bills and food and so on. But now that that is over, don't take your eye off the ball. Don't slack in this whole department. I want to encourage you to continue to be obedient with your tithe, continue to give as God challenges you, and continue to apply godliness to your finances. Why am I saying this? Is we have seen giving dip off. We genuinely have. First 6 months of this year, everything was perfect. Salaries paid on time and so on. But things have definitely started to slow down. Come on, Cornerstone. Let's do this thing God's way. And on top of this all, we've got some big challenges. We still haven't got all our media equipment to make that whole area work. And we've just had at the Bedford View site, our main data projector just conked in. After 13 years of faithful service, it's done a wheels up, it's finished. And our faith is not in our ability to motivate people to give. Our faith is in God. Our faith is in God for our salaries. We live that way. Our faith is in God for our day-to-day running of things here in all our sites, the rentals and so on. But each of us, as we partner, we have a responsibility before God. So let this be a response of obedience, of godly stewardship, and thirdly, what is God saying to us? And then if you do give in for media, mark it as you EFT it, media. If you're giving in to the data projector, if you're giving in to COVID-19 relief, mark it that way. Whatever it is, mark it that way. If you don't mark it, we take it as tithes and offerings. So there's 3 reminders for us to consider for this week. I just encourage us to be diligent with those 3 reminders. Love you guys. Pray that this week would be an awesome week for you. Great.